them and everything.
Yeah.
In Frozen 2, we're watching with the little one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all about, like, she talks to a different world and everything. Have you seen Frozen 2?
No, I haven't seen the second one.
That's it. I haven't seen the whole thing yet, but it really is good.
So, what happens in that one?
So when,
Spoilers.
Yeah, right. So she wakes up and she's talking. What's the princess?
Elsa and Anna.
Yeah, Elsa's the ice one,
no.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one, and I might get this a little bit wrong. So they wake up and when they're told this story by their father who passed.
Yep.
They're told about how the whole world that they used to have went away and froze over, and it's all in the fog and everything. But it comes back to talk to Elsa, and so the spirit world is talking to Elsa, but she's trying to block it out and not talk to it anymore. But it drives her so mad that she has to go in, and they go into this afterworld. So yeah, there's meaning to all the Disney movies, like I was saying, right?
So he's very much from what I have seen of Jordan Peterson, he's very much entrenched with the connection of archetypes, the Jungian, the archetypes that he's far more empathetic and humanistic rather than intellectually based, like as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff he says is like, oh.
Well, there's no filter.
No, 0% filtered. Which is not bad. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for a lot of people because I just saw a thing. Something that's offensive to you isn't a trauma. Not being traumatized.
Sure.
It might trigger you, but it's not to trigger you. It's just because you find something offensive.
Sure.
If this sounds terrible, but talk about going to a baseball game, right?
Yep.
And say someone that's in your group that's going to go to the baseball game. Oh, we doing the usual one mid?
Yes, please.
So you're talking to someone, you're going to go to a baseball game together. And they find out that you're going to the Rocks Field in Brockton, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I can't go there. I got hit in the face by a baseball there.
My car key.
It's like, well,
everything was where it was. It's my car key. I didn't know.
You're at a baseball game.
I called.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You might get hit in the face.
Sure.
So if someone talks about that baseball field and you get bent out of shape, it's not because you're being tormented.
Sure.
It's because your frame of reference is skewed towards the trigger.
So that
Yeah.
issue is taken care of.
And a lot of people
and what I'm gonna do, and I need to figure out how to get in my car.
don't
And if my car keys are not in
understand
my
that
car,
Jordan Peterson is not going to dance around your problem.
Sure. Because he's not only is he educated enough,
For sure.
so nobody can debate that, but he's
so Kelsey's gonna use
had his own world experiences,
and I'll do that. And
That-
if they're not in my car, then
Theory
we'll
and
figure out where to
practical.
go
Yeah.
from there.
and he's gone out and he knows that the best way
Do
to
you have a
to
spare copy?
overcome these fears is to face them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only way for growth,
They gave me
is
a
to
spare,
just
though.
say,
They
all right.
gave me a
I mean,
spare.
because procrastination is the
But I have
opposite
no
of
clue
growth, right?
Where it is, if I gave it to somebody, okay, alright, well.
And so, yeah, I don't understand why people find it offensive. The big part in his book is to talk about how telling the
If
truth
they're not in there, I
is
have-
one of the
if they're
hardest
not in
things
there,
to do,
I'm at a
but
loss
it is
and I don't know
the
what to do.
best thing for you in everything that you do. So it talks about a lot about that in
I'm
marriage.
okay for today.
So it's
I'll
like,
figure out
you might all want to tell your
but-
partner that you got $100,000 worth of credit card debt, right?
Mhm.
Because of what that will do. But what is the worst thing to do? to put it off, and then they don't find out for 10 years, or to get into the fight about it now.
Well, that and if you are that much underwater and unable to manage your personal affairs, what makes you think you're qualified to be in a relationship with someone else? Like, where are you internally that's already happening in your life?
Yep.
That's a very high negative impact. Even if it's only 30,000, or even if it's whatever burdensome thing it is.
Yep.
If you've been in recovery for 15 or 20 years,
Yep.
and the person that you meet doesn't know that you live a life of sobriety, that's something you need to bring up really early, because you've made a full commitment to that part of you.
Yep.
And if you are allergic to peanuts or avocados or strawberries, whatever it is, if it's someone that you think that you're gonna have a commitment with, that's something that they should know about.
Sure.
In the first 2 weeks of dating, probably not. But when you feel like it's getting serious, that's when you bring up stuff like that.
Sure.
Say you have $100,000 worth of student loans.
Yep.
Then, yeah, when you decide that you're gonna have a committed relationship and they want to go on a trip, and you're like, I have $100,000 worth of school loans that I'm still paying for.
Yeah.
I can't go to Switzerland this month.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm putting all of my leftover money towards.
Better be in your car.
Or you make that as a decision together, right? That you're like, all right, well, we're still gonna go and we're gonna face that. But what he talks about is how
You'll figure it out.
now hiding that $100,000 worth of debt causes a fight in different ways and expands because you're stressed, and that person can't figure out why you're stressed in that area, right? And then it just blows up, but then you're covering up the next piece, and it just expands. So if you can just learn to tell the truth, and in every aspect of
It's
your
at
life,
home somewhere.
how much that will
Just bring it that way.
My keys,
Yep.
because my front door to get back in my building locks, I can't keep them on the same ring.
What I've started to
because I
do,
go out in the morning, warm up my car,
So,
and
Cal-
then go back inside and get everything together.
I think I told you it was a little over a month ago. I woke up in the middle of the
Found my
night
house keys
and
this morning.
just had the
Found
most
everything else I needed this
vivid,
morning.
crazy dreams. And
I
talked to
circled
them.
my house like 7 times.
and
this
instead
morning.
of just, you know, I
I
said,
go
wow,
to the
this,
trash, I go to the
you know,
recycling bin, I
tell me
look in
more,
the
tell me
freezer,
more. And I
look
got
in the fridge.
10
I
answers
looked
of the
in
most
ridiculous
unbelievable
places
things,
that you can think.
and I knew enough to write them down.
Not a clue in the
So
world.
she gave me a notebook for my birthday, and she goes, so next time you know, you can put it next to your bedside. So the next time that
This was
happens,
yesterday.
you can write all this
This
down.
was yesterday, and I'm.
And so that's what I
blanking on
thought
a
it was
period
for.
Of time
But
between,
what I'm
trying to
two
think.
things have happened.
'Cause I-
Every day now, I get up, and
I-
once my
it
day
has to
gets
be in
going,
my-
I write
it has to
a
be in my
purposeful,
I've
meaningful
looked
list
everywhere
of what I want to do
I must have looked
and
in
accomplish
my
during the
car.
day, so that I can also get my
Yeah, one of these,
dopamine
like, I
hits
don't
by
think I did
crossing
that.
things off.
I was like, I'm not
And
entirely
so,
sure that I did that.
Part of that has
But
become
there's
journaling
nowhere
every
to
day.
be in my
So
house.
before it used to be,
Nowhere to be in my
it's
house.
there so I could write down my dreams
So,
at night,
we're gonna use
But
AAA later.
it's like,
Hopefully
well,
they
why
can get
wait?
in my car
you know?
and
So all the
go
things
from
that you're
there.
thinking about when you go on your walks and all that, I get to journal it every day. So then when I've come back and I can read those things, that expands upon what's going on at night. And it's just, it's been a huge, huge difference. Huge. But
Did you drive it?
having the list, oh my god. It's crazy what you can, I mean, because Leo was so motivated to go, right? And you can get 10 steps ahead of yourself. But this, so it gives me the dopamine hit and it keeps me in line.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, no. And I also have an extra down the bottom.
Just need to get
Down the bottom, I have extras. So it's like, all right, if you finished your list, you can do these things, but not until you finished your regular list. And that's been huge. It's been huge. It's made a huge difference over the past
Awesome.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been good stuff. But I also think it's got a lot to do with, and I don't even realize it as you're reading the Jordan Peterson book, that I'm like, some of this stuff subconsciously is going into my day to day, And I've forgotten about that because I'm in my zone, but it's really comes out in the wash too. I thought about that the other day. I was like, wait a second, some of this has got to do with that.
So, I don't know if you heard me talking to a kid that was just before you, but there's the Monroe Institute in Virginia, and they run there's a bunch of videos that it's called the Explorer series, and it's from audio tapes that were produced with subjects that would go there and do the work, and they would record the sessions that they had.
Yeah.
And the one that got released Thursday is number 25, I think, and it's about whatever the most recent one is, and it's about the integration of energy, and that's what you're talking about. So the integration of energy happens on a molecular, energetic level.
Okay.
And some stuff takes longer to integrate than others. And some things, if you can't integrate them and you try to reject them, you will be creating a dissonant vibration.
I consider myself kind of lucky.
And dissonant vibration creates anxiety, restlessness, anger, everything that all of our emotional states are responses to our vibrational state in conjunction with our alignment to source. When you're in full alignment and your vibration is in the forward movement towards your highest good, you feel this blissful peace and connection, and you're in the flow state, right? They call it the zone.
Yep.
So when you're in the zone, you are in your connected level of vibrational frequency attunement. The vibrational frequency attunement is your normal state in connection with the creative force of the universe, source, God, whatever you want to call it. When you are misaligned from that source energy, that vibrational state,
Lunches packed. Like
whether it
everything
is
was ready
higher
to
than
go.
your normal vibration or lower than your normal vibration, that's where you witness or connect to
Nuts.
indicators.
I don't belong
You,
there.
if you
This is my sign. Like I need to go
you
somewhere
climbed
that isn't
a hike that you never thought you could hike, right? You did a hike, went out with your family, and everybody made it, and it's like this celebratory joy, this elation that everybody's really fit and healthy and strong right now. This is amazing.
Sure.
Like,
I'm so,
alright, you know what?
Oh,
I think
this
this
is
is a
great.
great investment for myself, and I'm gonna look into this.
that's
This
awesome.
is a big deal.
But it's not something that's gonna maintain.
Sure.
So that, but if you could get to that elation state, level of energy without the giddiness of
I
it,
don't like how that is.
that's the next vibrational step up. It's not the woohoo of it, it's just the power behind that.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Now, say your daughter fell and slipped and broke her wrist in the first 10 minutes of the trip.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess it's an emergency one day, let's go.
Yeah.
That's down beneath your normal level of vibration. And that's not where you want to be because you're upset.
Hmm.
Not you. You're calm and focused. Like, you get the whole everything happens for a reason, whatever.
Yep.
Like, that's, which is totally true. But that vibrational mismatch resonates in a negative way. And so you feel anxious or angry or grouchy. And it's just like an indicator light of where you are vibrationally in alignment to your personal alignment with Source. I think.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So Jordan Peterson's take on a lot of things is from his exposure to thousands and thousands of vibrational states
Mm-hmm.
of other beings.
Yep.
And then his attunement to theirs, aligning his to his highest purpose.
Mm.
So now you're learning from him by reading his book.
Mm-hmm.
And that attunement, that tuning fork frequency that he now resonates with,
Yep.
is able to connect to your personal resonance,
Mm.
which is why you feel like it's like that subconscious. You know how you just said that subconsciously it's starting to work its way into your daily.
Sure. Yep.
It's that integration
Mhm.
of vibration.
Yep. Hmm.
That wasn't me.
Hmm.
I got none of that in my soul, so
Yeah.
whatever that was. So it's the integration as you're at peace. That integration happens faster.
Yep.
When you're in hurry scurry mode, which is very rare these days,
Mm.
because you learn how much that costs you,
Yep.
it delays that because your energy field is disrupted like static on a TV
Mm.
when you're in hurry scurry mode. You have to, even if you can't be focused, you just have to calm it down.
Yep.
Okay, I know you can't relax, but smooth out your bumps, man.
Mm. Mm. Well, you know, and that's why doing the things that you know do that and putting it on your daily list has been huge. So like one of them that I haven't changed over the past couple months and I found is huge is for me to make sure that I get to the beach, you know? And it's to go out and, you know, I mean, it's been so beautiful too, right? You can just hang out and be there for an hour. And that sets up your day, right? Because you breathe properly. You can go meditate if you want. But, you know, when you're walking like that too and you can breathe, you kind of can feel everything flow through you.
It's extraordinarily beneficial. In one of the Explorer tapes, they talk extensively about your exposure to the natural world, being outside in nature, and especially near the ocean.
Yep.
They talk about it a lot.
Mm.
And they weren't in a place where they were near an ocean.
Mm. Well, I think I told you. Maybe I didn't tell you this. Maybe I did. So we were out in North Carolina, and we were just sitting there. We had a beautiful spot right on Wrightsville Beach.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so at night we'd go out on the balcony and we'd just listen to the waves and watch them. When, you know, it's beautiful, right? So I said to Kel, I go, you know, what's so beautiful about the ocean and so crazy is that you just, you know, there's so much out there you don't even know about, right? And she was like, yeah, but that's nothing. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, how about the universe? She's like, the ocean is nothing compared to the size of, we don't know what's out there. And that like got my mind going, and I was like, holy, I never thought about that, right? But then that gets you thinking about crazy stuff, like, you know, you ever think about something crazy, like, what's below the dirt that's below you, and where does that end? Tell me that.
What's under the dirt, underneath?
Yeah.
Oh, there's layers of all kinds of different rocks.
Yeah.
Shale, there's bedrock.
Okay, where's it end?
It doesn't. It goes around in a circle.
Well, what's under that?
A layer of loose, like
flurry,
Mm.
and then magma.
Yeah. It's just, you just don't know, you know? But
No.
somehow we stop here.
Yeah, why don't we just sink into the magma? Like,
I have no idea.
I mean,
I have no idea. So tell me why, when you're walking on, you know, of course we have seawalls and everything in Wrexham, right? But tell me why that water just stops there. Why is that?
that's the way it was designed.
Yes, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's not when you're materialistic and can only experience the thing that's in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Those questions happen because the only answer that is applicable or useful isn't a materialistic answer.
Mm.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling Maggie's. How can I help you? Hello. Thanks for calling Maggie's. Yes, you are. Who's calling? I am all set with those.
But yeah, and then like, you know, as I was walking, and that's when I really said, all right, this is definitely, I know it's my peaceful spot down there.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, all right, I'm really gonna tune into everything down here. And, you know, I went out there and you can just see so far on these clear days. Like when you come around the corner there, you just see forever. And, you know, it's that thing, you see a new building that you didn't see before or whatever, and then you go a little further, and it disappears and you can see it again later. And I was like, It's like, that's always the thing. You can't see around the corner until you get to that spot, right? You don't know, like, and that's what's so great about the change, right? Is that you don't know until you try, like you were saying, the fear, right? So I'm not going to be able to go to that baseball game like you were talking about earlier because I'm afraid of the baseball. But if you could get over it, you'd see why you need to be there to the next part.
Oh yeah, it's and okay, you don't want to go to the baseball game
Mm-hmm.
at that field.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can go to a different field
Sure.
first,
Yeah.
and then go back to the field where you got hit.
Yeah.
It's waking up in the morning and taking yourself out of the bed that you're in is inherently dangerous
Mm.
for everyone,
Yeah.
every single day.
Sure.
There's no guarantees, and you can have ideas of how you want things to progress, and that's okay. And if you create the smallest intention, I like this, and you let it go, and the next morning you think, yeah, I definitely would like that,
Mm.
and you let it go, and you move forward, and you do that every single day. It will just, the synchronicities, the things that happen, you stay in the now. I heard this on TikTok of all things, and I was like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You're in right now. We're in this moment right here, right now. We can't be anywhere else.
Mm.
Everything else is moving.
Yep.
Time is passing. And so when you drop a pin in, say, a new car, a new house, a pair of roller skates, whatever. You stay in the now of the moment where you are, and as time keeps rolling forward through you, that's when it arrives to you.
Mm.
When
Yeah.
it's time for it.
Yep.
But if you keep jumping all over the place, it can't find you.
Yeah. That's what I had one of my business deals that's almost done, and I was about a month ago. So a lot happened a month ago. So about a month ago, I said to myself, well, that's been in motion for a long time, and it takes up so much of my space in my brain. And I said, I'm gonna trust and believe that this is, if it doesn't happen, that's okay. That wasn't supposed to happen, and I'm gonna trust and believe that, and I'm not gonna obsess about this anymore. And I'm gonna, so that I can open, because all the things that are supposed to be coming my way, I keep blocking by putting all my brain power there. So I said, okay, these are the other things I'm interested in. Let's go see if they're out there, and then bring to me what's supposed to come. And so many, like, it's like so easy now, that other part of it. You get what I'm saying? Because I believe that it was supposed to come, and so it is sped up. And everything else has come at me in a lot of different directions that are for the good. But that's, I keep saying in the daily thought is that don't bring me anything that I'm not supposed to have. And, you know? So, because we all sit there and we say what we want, which is okay, but don't bring it to me if I'm not supposed to have it. You know? Because I don't
need the distraction.
Yeah.
I don't need the distraction of my energy. I have to remove it from my field once it's here.
Sure.
I don't have the time
to
to deal with something I don't want.
Yeah, and nor do I have the ability to dictate what's going to happen to me. You know?
In the conscious day-to-day moving forward, my energy has to be conserved for stay in the now. So if I am focused on the, okay, how do I get rid of this? Oh, wait, that's taking up space that I don't have.
Yep.
It's taking up energy that I want conserved for other things. Things that I do desire, things that I do want, places I want.
Yeah.
And like, see ya, Allie, take care. The expansion of my soul, consciousness, beingness, whatever you want to call it, that's my primary job. And anything that distracts me from that, please don't bring it this way. I don't want it, because I don't want to have to throw it in the trash.
Sure.
Because the trash bin's pretty full already.
Yeah.
It's that kind of a thing.
Yeah. Jordan Peterson also talks about how, you know, we're always ready for the end result. So it's always, you know, we gotta go from 1 to 100. And that's how, but he's like, no, you just take a step towards it, right? Do the small thing, it steps towards that big thing. So, you know, you're not gonna, if you want $100 million, you're not gonna get $100 million today, right? That's not gonna happen. But it's funny because in the new business models, I said to myself, okay, this is what I want, but how do I surround myself with those people that are in totally different stratosphere than me, right? Like, can't even, like, how do I get there? But so I can't go out and talk to those people because I don't know them, right? So this is what I did. So I said, I know 3 people that are doing really well, and I have some ideas on how to get to these things. So I said, I'm just gonna tell them I want to go have coffee with them, right? And they could all say no, or they none of them could respond, or they could all say yes, and if all 3 do, fine, right? So one of them, I actually become very friendly with, and we've met several times a week now. And now he introduced me to somebody that's, or is introduced, shouldn't say introduced me to, but is going to introduce me to somebody that is a multi-billionaire with B. So, you know, that could go nowhere, right? Or it could go anywhere, right? But it's all these different things. It's just like one step, right? That's crazy stuff. You gotta put it out there and go for it a little bit.
It's
And
amazing stuff.
It is, but you also got to be willing to keep it to yourself too, because 99.9% of anyone is gonna think you're cuckoo in your ideas and thoughts, which is okay, and that's fine. But I was listening to another thing too the other day that said that's okay. You only need to have one or two that's your immediate circle that are there. And at first they might also they'll support you.
Square in the back.
But then as it starts to kind of make sense and come to reality a little bit, then they really buy in too.
Four on the sides and
Yeah, I did, one of the things that I was kind of bumming out about is like, I don't have, if you've read Think and Grow Rich, you know about the mastermind concept, which
Sure.
is you need to go to, not, they are accountability partners, but they're not to hold you accountable. They're so that you can all have dedicated support towards the same goal.
Sure.
Or each individual person has someone to bounce those ideas off of and talk to and like be interacting. A mastermind group is a very powerful thing because it increases the volume of energy behind an idea.
Sure.
Manifestation, situation, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
he actually looks forward to it.
So you're bumming because you don't have that.
I can't even come up with a DCA. Like I'm like definite cheating is my definite cheating. I can't. Every time I sit down to do it, I get so distracted.
Oh yeah, finally.
I just can't even get there.
The volume tells you it needs a break one way
Well,
or the
I
other.
mean,
you know?
I think it's more simple than you're making it out to be with your mastermind group.
Yeah,
And it boils down to you need to sit and,
I know.
so like I told you, I just said, you know what, this is where I want to be.
That's my activity.
But the people that I've always surrounded myself with have not brought me there. And I talked to you before about the temperature, the thermostat, right? So you can't, if you're going to be a 100-degreer, you can't hang out with people that are 70 degrees.
Right.
The gym.
So who's
The gym. One, I find the gym.
who's in that realm, right? So I just think about it, and we talked about it before, and this is just a thought. So I just told you I went and just said, I'm going to text 3 people, right? One of them just happens to be working out right now. The other one just kind of ain't, right?
That's
So,
great.
but I would have come up with another 3 people too if this doesn't pan out. Okay? So I'll just throw out one name that we've talked about before. Somebody that's on your same path as Crystal, right? So Crystal has now become a businesswoman. She was not a businesswoman before, okay? She's got a lot of the same vibrations you have. She would connect with you in a lot of those same ways. Now she might not be the person for you, but who is in that group, Maggie, that you know? There's got to be somebody. I don't buy that for a second.
There's no one that I know
Okay.
like that I would be.
Well, then you haven't put it out to enough people to say that that's what you're looking for.
I took my headphones off. I was like, "Can I help you with something?"
You know what I'm
And he
saying?
was
If
like,
you
"You're
mention
doing
it
that
enough
wrong."
times to
I'm like,
somebody,
"Excuse me?" He's like, "You're doing
then
the
that
machine
comes
wrong." I'm like,
that
"Yeah, this
becomes.
is how
So
I'm
if you
supposed to
said,
do it, because
if
my
you picked up the
phone
phone
Thank you.
right now
Still staring
and you
me
called
down. Still
Crystal,
staring me down.
right?
Kind
Who
of
knows of
ignorantly
that?
with
And I'm just
that, I
using it
flipped
because
him
that's
off.
the only one I know on that.
Yep.
And
Right?
then I
She would give you
manager
3
outside
names
because he
of
was
somebody
telling
that
me,
she
I was
knows.
like, "Lou, this is not something I need to
You get
do."
what I'm
And
saying?
pointing at him through the window.
So even though she might not be that person,
I should not be doing
I
this.
I don't know anybody.
Not. And
I personally don't know anybody in the area that
It's
does
like-
what I
It's like that everywhere I go.
wanna
all
be
the
doing.
time.
See, I go to
Yeah, okay.
fitness, only because it's cheaper.
they're
no, I
out
got you.
there. I guess I could try a Zoom call with somebody or a couple of people, but
You know, mind my own business.
it's.
And really,
I'm not even in a place where I can do any of the work that I want to do because I'm
so
doing all of this. Like it's this endless circle jerk of okay, I'm gonna focus and put together a DCA. I can't put together even a definite chief aim anymore because it's changed so much over the years.
that's okay. Write it down. You've been writing stuff down?
I try to write things down and it goes sideways. It just goes off the rails.
Start with the tree root, the little tree.
Yeah, Taylor's doing the trend.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
New stuff.
Because then
The bike.
you add to the limb.
And,
I like that stand
we're doing the,
All right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if you had told me, now, I feel like my spiritual journey for the past 4 years has been huge. Okay, huge. My whole life has been a huge change, right? And I keep hitting all these dead ends. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Blah, blah, blah. But if I told you, if you said to me, you know, a month ago, you got to sit down and write a whole journal, I'd have been like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, and now it's like effortless. But
That's
because
the thing. There it is that it's anytime I like try to access the place where I know it's gonna just go from, like I even walk near the door, I get like boom, kicked away. And I know it's my subconscious mind, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't even get to what that is. I know that state. I know that flow state. I know how to do it for any number of other things. The minute I get close to that description, and okay, so maybe right now it's not a good time for me to come up with that. Maybe I need to wait a little bit.
Or maybe that's your ballpark.
Ding, ding, ding. Like, all right. After I finish blending, I have to stop and write something down with my hands. I don't think that I'll understand it from watching the video for this conversation.
Yeah.
But then I'll share it with you after I write it down. If I say it out loud first, it'll dissipate like vapor.
Sure.
Everywhere. She's my little traveler.
What you see?
And you might understand it after I write it down
We
too.
saw the Air and Space Museum.
That's good.
We saw
Kelsey, any
the
of these paper?
Monument,
Yeah.
and we saw the Capitol.
Oh, nice.
So we did some sightseeing.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yes, yes,
I thought about the White House, but then I said to myself, I want to keep this trip kid friendly.
You gotta make an appointment ahead of time too.
Well, even just to walk outside, like not to go inside, but
Yeah.
just to walk around the grounds
Yeah,
outside.
we went down
I
there,
figured it was
we went down there to the Space Museum, the Aerospace Museum.
so cool.
And then we flipped over, we saw the Vietnam Wall, Korean Wall.
I want to go
Korean
see
Wall.
those. I
And then we
did.
saw
I like
Lincoln
those. The
Memorial.
Lincoln Memorial was cool. Can you still? Last time I checked, you couldn't go up to it anymore.
Oh yeah,
You
walk
can still
right in
walk
it.
out right
Yeah,
now? That's
well,
cool.
It was when I was there.
Okay, I was gonna say, I heard, because when I was there, you could go right up to it.
Yeah.
And same thing with the, why my friend, oh my god.
I swear I had to write it down. 'Cause I won't, I can't. So,
What's the
Jeff
big,
is
When
saying-
I read
that
it
one,
in
the one that's
school,
like right on the water, the
Yeah.
big dome with the big statue in the dome? That one.
Yeah, you can go in there.
I was blinking, I'm like, why am I not
I
remembering?
went in there.
You went what?
That
I
was
wrote
cool.
down goals.
So we went in
Okay.
there, I
With
seen, I
markers
saw all the
on
monuments last time
construction
I was
paper.
there.
It looks
But
like
I
an
had
8-year-old.
heard afterwards, I don't
Okay.
know how true it is, but I had heard afterwards that we weren't allowed
Yep.
to go up there anymore.
and
But,
one of the
Yeah, they might have
goals,
changed it. Oh,
two of the
I
goals I
haven't
haven't
been there
reached
in
yet.
20 years.
I was gonna say, so,
Mhm.
you know.
and they were the
last
3
time
and the 5.
I don't know.
The 10-year
I would
goal,
look and see.
however,
I'm like, yeah, let's
I
go to
opened
New
a
York next.
business. I have
Yeah,
I
then
have
we
my
went down,
own
we
shop.
saw the,
Yes.
we went to, Arlington National
But
Cemetery.
the way that the shop
That's gonna, I want to do that. I think I could
happened.
like that too, I don't know.
It's
It's
it
not
was all
positive.
changing the guys.
It was
Yeah,
not
that's
good.
cool.
Okay.
It's not good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we went up to the
It's
Marine
been
Corps Museum,
beneficial for a
Marine
lot of
Corps
things,
statue.
kind of like the Sour Patch
One
Kid
there,
universe
picture
stuff.
of the
Like,
flag raising,
Sure.
Iwo Jima.
okay,
We saw that.
it might be really hard and it might not feel good,
We
but
went
it's
to
really good
Library of Congress,
Sure.
we saw
taking
that.
nasty vitamins that you don't want. You know what I mean? Like when you gotta drink your greens.
Yep.
Some days are gross.
Mm-hmm.
The hotel
But it
we
ended up
stayed
that
at
the,
had a-
like the
had a
greens are
constant
toxic.
that
Like they weren't good for you at all.
went down
Sure.
into where all the monuments
So
are.
now, because of that, I think that my subconscious mind is like, yeah, we're not doing that again because this sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that I'm having a hard time coming up with a DCA
Mm-hmm.
because the last time I did it, the outcome was not.
It was a lot of fun. We spent 4 days there.
Okay. So,
So,
I think
Sure.
that's because that would be my ballpark, right?
Yeah.
That's
yeah, sure. So,
a buddy of mine,
you've heard the,
so we got a tour of the
I've heard this line probably a million times, okay?
mhm.
So, if you quit,
Yeah, that was a lot.
you 100% fail. But if you
Yeah, 9/11.
try,
Here.
yeah,
That day,
then
we missed the jet because
you might fail,
That's wild.
but you might succeed in that, right? So, it's just like, you know, in this other journey that I was talking about. So now I go to the gym 7 days a week because I'm just like, you know what? It's go time
Very nice.
with all this stuff,
We'll take
right?
the knife and
But
fork.
and the reason why I'm saying that is because I don't want to, Maggie. I hate it. You get what I'm saying? Like, but I like how it
I'm
makes
a
me.
Leo.
It makes me. I know how it makes me feel. You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So you're not gonna like it, but you'll like how it makes you feel at the end, right?
Yes.
But the door only opens if you knock.
Yeah, I know. I just have to like sit down and like have a talk with my higher self and journal it.
Sure, but also know that action
Mm-hmm.
of some sort, as you know, is always better than inaction. So
Well, I just have to reach out to some people that do what I wanted, or do that. So the QHH stuff,
Mm. yeah,
and channeling, like
Yeah.
those are the two things I want to be doing.
so
Full
like,
time.
yeah, and it's sometimes what's tough in when everyone gives up is when you feel like you've done it, or you're like, this is stupid. Like, I've reached out to 50, 100 people, and they're just telling me that, like, there's all dead end streets, right? But it doesn't take, it's not about the 1,000, it's about the one that pushes you in the right direction. And that's that. But, you know, sometimes you hit it on the third person, sometimes you hit it on the 1,000. It does not matter. But that's all it takes you is action.
Alright. Fine.
Yeah. But I've like, and so what I've started to do now with the notes
Mm-hmm.
is that now I'm going back and reading them over, which is huge too. Because not only are you putting it out there, it's like, all right, now I'm accountable for it too. And now it's like, all right, am I doing those things to get there? Because if I'm not, then I know why I'm not getting my results. Right? And it's the same way. I have to do that. Like, it's crazy because we're all, like, you gotta do that in your day to day with, like, your diet, right? So, like, if I pack ding dongs in my freaking lunchbox every day, I know what I'm getting, right?
She'll say things and I go,
If I'm gonna put chocolate milk and Red Bull and everything else in there, that's bad for me. I know what I'm getting.
the other day she had me laugh.
If I put apples and water in there, then I want certain things.
Sophia, we need to go. Like,
It's the
you're
same
getting
thing
down
in my
and
business,
like,
it's the
come
same
on,
thing in my
come on,
marriage.
we gotta go outside.
So that's what I'm saying. So at first I thought I was just putting a business tree up, but now I put up a marriage tree. Now I put up a
And I go,
kids
hold on
tree.
a second, let me
Now I
grab
put
my
up a
coffee.
health tree.
I had the audacity
You get what I'm
to
saying?
turn for a second and grab my coffee.
So it's not just
Mom,
the branches
let's
that come
go.
off the tree.
I'm like,
Because you planted the tree.
I know, I got
I'm
the
so flabbergasted. I'm like, because I've been waiting
And
for
don't
you
forget,
for the past 20 minutes.
You have to plant in the spring
Yeah, really.
and then you
A
reap it in
child.
the fall.
It was the hand
Right.
and the thigh slap and the afterwards. I was like,
We all need reminders once in a while. Doesn't mean you don't already know it.
mhm.
Like it's all the stuff that's in there. It's in there.
Sure.
And get it's like
Listen, don't lecture me. You can't tell me what to do anymore. I'm 18.
it's like the attic or the basement.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like you put something down there, and then all of a sudden you move it.
Mhm.
Oh, where's the
Interesting.
construction stapler?
Mhm.
Like I know we have
Sure. But don't forget, there's also this thing that,
staple gun. That's what it is.
yeah, there's this thing called frustration that drives us nuts.
Yeah.
And so it's like, the only way to combat that is to get to work on what you're saying you're gonna do. But like I said, like, I can just tell you what's helped me, and it's the list. Because I'm like, all right, that's
How
what I
many things
intended
do
to
you
do.
put on your list?
Oh, my grandson's the
So
same way.
I just put on my list this morning that I need to make my list the night before and stop rushing it in the morning. How's that one? So because it's like, you know, I'm gonna learn. Sure, and then I can be, it's not rushed, right? So I try to, this is what I do. I take an envelope, I turn it sideways, because that's how, you're gonna do what's relatable for you. Like, so I put in my phone, but that's not gonna be as accountable. So I take an envelope and I turn it sideways, and I put bulletins, right? And I fit my, like I said, my necessities, but I don't leave until the envelope's full. Because I'm a Leo, so I'm gonna be, I can't put a half envelope down, would you? So, but I find it's crazy, I can get it all done, but it usually takes me my whole day. Sometimes I feel like I'm flying, and then I'm like, I didn't journal.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. when I
So,
was-
but it happened to me last week, and I didn't journal. And at first I was beating myself up about it, and I said, I can't. But now what I'm gonna do is I will never let that happen again.
What is
Oh,
Ever.
I know.
Well, you were still awake. You could still journal.
It's true.
Yep, but I was done. You get what I'm saying? I had mentally, I didn't have that in me at that time. So I said, I know that I'm going to never do that again because I didn't like that my list wasn't finished.
See, me, I would just take my pen to my journal and be like, I ran out of gas today.
Well, that's why you need a list,
But
right?
that's it, right? You would put
Yeah.
the list together. So how many things do you put on your
I would
list?
say there's at least 12.
Is going to the gym one of them?
Yes, it is. So I don't. What I do is that like because your list is personal, right?
Yeah.
So like mine says like so if it's like it can be something as simple as I had to drop off checks to a business first
Yep.
thing in the morning, right? I got my crews started where they were supposed to go. We went there. We looked over everything. If they have extra questions, let's take the time to get it out of the way. Then Wrexham is on there, right? Then somewhere along the line says Kingston. Kingston means the gym, right? So I know these things, and it is on. I can pull out my list right now in my truck. It is there, you know. And that's what it is. And like I said, if you're fortunate enough to prepare ahead of time, and you'll be able to write down extra things. And if you're fortunate enough, you might get one done. But don't skip the list. I like the first day I went and did my extras first because that's what I wanted to do.
Maybe that'll be my 30 days. I'm listening to because I was literally stressing about not having a definite chief aim again.
Sure.
Because I had one.
Mhm.
I read Think and Grow Rich.
Sure.
I changed my mind. I made like so much amazing progress, and not having a DCA, I was so anxious about it, and so I was trying to come up with one. And I have Mitch Horowitz's book on my Audible right now about, and he breaks down Think and Grow Rich by like concepts, I think.
Sure.
And he does like one book on each thing, which is totally amazing.
Yeah.
If you haven't listened to any of his stuff, he's amazing. Mitch Horowitz. But it's the I was listening to something else of his, and he kept pounding on the DCA stuff, and definite chief aim, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but I don't know what my definite chief aim is anymore. Like,
Sure.
And it's that I just was having such a hard time with it.
But these guys that have the definite chief aims and everything, right, and that do that are very structured already, and they've created these things that go into this so they can determine what they want by structure. So that's what I'm saying. With these things, when we're trying to form it, like, I don't know what my definite chief aim is. Nobody knows what their freaking definite chief aim is. It's like, you gotta go through all the bumps and bruises to figure that out because, you thought it was what you're doing now, and you had to do that, and you were probably right, but it's to become the next version of you.
Yeah.
Which is always evolving. And just because your definite chief aim in 10 years, you could achieve that, but that could change you. You get what I'm saying? And you become better.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. You don't just shoot to the top. And if you do, and I know somebody in my life in particular, and God bless him, I hope he's going to be okay. He gets what he wants right away, right? Always within a week of he gets it, and it is gone within a month. Always. And just you just watch it, and you're just like, how is he so lucky? He's not. I always say now, it's like he's not, because it never lasts. Because it's as soon as something goes bad, he doesn't have the strength to stay in the fight, right? But you will have the strength to stay in the fight because of the frustration along the way,
That's the weights.
right?
That's the weights.
Right.
That's the weightlifting.
Yeah.
That's the psychic,
Sure.
emotional. That's the weightlifting.
Yep.
I'll tell you about that next time.
Mm.
That's
Right?
I
Write it down.
thank you so much.
Write it down.
I just
Record.
recorded it.
Well, then you'll have to watch.
Matthew.
A regular haircut.